Hi guys, this video I'm just going to be teaching some basics of ground moves. You probably already know the basic ground moves, but can you connect them? Did you know that a lot of ground moves can be connected? So I'm going to focus on a couple of main positions here with ground moves. So maybe like three main positions. So let's get started. Master flex, we can go 1, 2, 3. So the master flex, this position here, it's kind of like a lunging position. So I'm going to refer to it as a lunge, just for this video, because we can get into it like several different ways. But this position here is how most people would get into the ground move because it's very simple. So pretty much, if we come up, we can like come down. So now we can just kneel straight into it. So this is going to be the first position here. Knee on the ground, right? And that comes from the master flex. Second position is called the W, like this, okay? So it's called W because your legs look like a W shape, right? So this is also a main position here. So we have a few different ways we can get into the W and a few different things we can do from the W. But let's focus first on the lunge or master flex position, or the knee on the ground. So from here, we can come down into the W. From the W, we can also switch legs. Now from here, we can also do spins. So that's going to be another basic. So when you have one knee on the ground like this, we can spin a couple different ways. We can spin like quarter turn, 180 turn, or 360 turn. So quarter turn is like to the front or to the side, like this. You can kind of like break this down even more into like a twisto flex by going 1, 2. So like your head and body turn differently, like so head, body, leg, boom. So you can break that down even more. The next is going 180 from here to here. So from there to there. And then you have a 360, which I don't know if I've got the right balance to do this because it does require a lot of balance, but you have to be able to do something like that, right? So next, from this position, we can also do another basic thing. So if we were to come down into this position here, next step is to bring the other knee down with it like this, okay? 2 knees on the ground. And following the same concept, we can also turn a quarter turn. We can also do the 180 turn like this, or we can also do the 360 as well, like from this position here. So the reason why we do this is because we need to be able to turn and change directions with ground moves. That's probably the most important thing with ground moves, is being able to change direction with it. So if you're in a position like this, you want to be able to go boom, 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 change directions. And now you need another way to change direction again. So you can spin, or you can just come down like this, like onto both knees, turn. Okay, so we can go knee down, turn, knee up, W, knee up, spin, knee down, knee up, W. So we can keep doing this drill like this, where it's like a continuous motion. Knee up, W. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? So you can practice that, which is good just for beginners. Next thing we can do is, from this position here, the lunging position, but facing forwards, this knee needs to be able to come down, right? So we need to be able to get into a position like this. Now, you could think of this as like the letter Y, or you can just think of it as like this position here, leg in front. But we do need to be able to do this position for certain reasons, because this is also another basic ground move, right? The reason is, I'll show you. If we're in the W like this, and then we come back like this with our knee into this S shape, when you come up, that's going to be what sets you into that position as well. So now the next step here, what we have to practice is coming up a little bit, okay? So from here, we need to be able to come up like this. So practice coming down and up. Down, up. When you come up, we want to try and come into this lunging knee position. So our weight is on this knee pretty much when we come up, right? And that's going to be useful for certain things, like the broken leg kind of thing like that. So that's why we need to be able to practice coming up. There's certain ways we can come up and certain ways we can come down. But for this one, we're going to just be coming up onto our knees like this. Okay, we can do that pretty easy. Now try and keep this knee down. So as we come up, now this knee stays down. Okay, like this. And now we're into this position, all right? Remember this position? That's why it's important. So we can do that. We can come down like this to the side and come back up. So we need to know how to connect these moves, like from lunging position to here. And from this position on the ground, we can also bring this leg over, okay? So that's another way to connect it. We can almost like turn with it, right? We can go from here to here, and now we can turn. So 1, 2, 3, and turn. So that's one of the most core, important foundations of ground moves is that position. The next thing, sorry, from here, we want to be able to also like spin, if that makes sense. So if we step around far enough like this, then we can get back into W position and then back into it again, okay? So I'll show you what that looks like. We come down and then we step over into the W and then back again, okay? And then from here, we can come up and we can also do it the other side, like that, okay? So it can all be very continuous like this. So once you got the hang of that, we can focus on something else now, which would be like crossing the legs. And this would be the next basic position. And it comes from a knee drop. So in like breaking and stuff, we have a knee drop where we kind of put your leg behind like this, and then we drop into it. So this position of the knee drop is going to be one of the foundations of ground moves as well, because we can spin and change legs like this, or we can also change legs like boom, boom, like that, right? And having your legs crossed behind your back, like just cross your legs. You can also spin into it and then like get into it like that. So if we're in this position here, we can just do a W, we can cross our legs, and then we can like spin and get in and out of it like that, okay? So the thing I like about this is you can also connect to a lot of different things, right? So let's just say position like this, right? Like we've done the knee drop. Now we can like switch. So now I'm sitting down with it. What we can also do here is we can do some threads and stuff. So we can thread underneath like this, okay? And then this leg can come back. Now we're in this S shape. From the S shape, we can go like we can play around with this. Okay, and then maybe we can like cross our legs, come up, boom. So just knowing how to connect it makes a huge difference with ground moves, okay? So focus on crossing the legs behind you. Another way you can get into it is like just by turning. So if we turn like this, like we want to do this very low turn. As we spin, our legs just naturally cross. So if you spin enough, your legs will cross. And if you just come down with that, you'll pretty much get into that position, right? Okay. So you do it like that. I don't want to focus on too many ground moves for this video, just the very basics and how to connect them all. So the next one would be like this, okay? So it's almost like a low squat position, right? So we need to be able to go like this with our legs. Come up, like this, and down. Up, and down. And up, and down, okay? The reason we're going to do that is because it also helps us turn and connect. We can come up, turn, and down. Like this. Okay? And this is going to be the foundation for like spins on the ground, right? So when we're going to be doing like our glides and stuff on the ground, you're going to be using that a lot. And the next thing from there, from here. So the next thing we do is like coming forwards and backwards with this motion here. So if you collapse this leg forwards, you can get into this as well, and you can come back and get into it like that. You can go 1, 2. So this is something I want you to practice, guys. Knee up from lunging position, down, knee up, down, and now come back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I want you to practice that motion there and getting in and out of it like that, because that's really important. Okay? Is there anything else that I'm forgetting for this video? I feel like there is, but I think from this W position as well, we can also turn his leg into this position here. Now, from this position, what can we do from here? We can also like bring our legs over like this, right? And then we can like turn with it. So this allows us to like just change directions a little bit more. Just coming underneath the leg. But also we need to know that this leg here can come in and out as well. So what most people don't know is the leg goes down and comes in. There's two directions. There's like in, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. When I'm showing you, I'm using my hands just to minimize injury, because this motion here has a very high chance of getting injured. So you want to be able to practice very lightly when you do this, okay? Just until you get the hang of it. Now, obviously, most of your weight's going to be forwards when you do this, so like slightly up rather than down, because being able to control your weight and shift your weight is really important too. So when we come up, our weight's mostly going to be at our hips here. So when we come forwards, we can do this, right? Boom. Okay? So we want our weight distribution to be on point with this exercise. So that was the last thing I wanted to show you. And yeah, just work on that a lot, guys. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, sorry. So from here, I also want you to practice like going in and out from this position as well, going up and down, sorry. So want you to be able to come up, like, so your weight is on your foot, and then like being able to like sit down with that as well. So sitting down and then putting your weight from your glutes onto your foot, like underneath here. So it would kind of look like this. So right now my weight is on my knees. And now if I sit back a little bit, the weight's now on my feet. So you can shift the weight around like this, okay? And it's the same kind of thing. If I sit far back enough, I go from knees to feet to my glutes or my bum, okay? So that's kind of like what you can practice too, is like going from just like leg thread position, and now you need to shift the weight forwards like this onto your feet and then onto your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift the weight back onto the feet. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so just work on that for now, guys, and I hope that helps. Alright guys, so there was something I forgot to show you, and I'm gonna just teach you now before I end the video. So the next thing that I forgot to show you was what you can do from the lunging position. There was another thing I didn't mention. So this leg here can turn in, okay? So being able to turn in is important because we get this square shape, which I'll get into maybe in another video or whatever, but this position here can collapse it like this, so the lines do kind of like meet up with each other. So it's like a type of folding. So we could fold our legs like this, right? And then we can also come up like this. So our legs can start from here, come down, and then our legs can like kind of just like fold and do this pattern, which is pretty cool. And I do actually use this a lot because, like I told you, when we're in this position here, shifting weight is very important. So I like to shift weight from this position to like this position or down here, right? So to give you an example, if I go 1, 2, 3, then I might push myself forwards like that and then get into the ground moves from this position like this, okay? And the next is the horse stance. So we have this like horse stance like this. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we can do both down, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can also bring both legs down, remember? So as we come down like this, we're in a W. We can also turn this leg at the same time as we come down there. So it'll look like this. So the difference is 1, 2. 1, 2. So that's something else we can do. And the next thing is kind of like from this low ground position. So if we're sitting down, right, there's a lot we can do from sitting down. We can have our knee up here, rather than having our, we can have our leg instead of down here, or back here. Just by putting this leg up a little bit higher, now we've changed that move a lot, right? We can go from here, to here, to here. So we're in this position like this, right? So we go from here, to here, to here, or like this, you see? So we can go from S to this, which is like a thread pretty much. So this is like a type of thread. From here we can also like bring our legs up and get into the S like that. And then from here we can like do this. So that's the next thing I was going to teach you. But also, when you're in the S position, there's one very simple thing you can do that's going to change that move completely, right? So, what is it? Let's just get into an S position, like this, okay? Just straighten one leg, like this leg here, boom. Everyone knows this move, right? It's the James Brown split, which comes from like locking and stuff. So, if you're like a locker, you go boom into this position here. You can easily get in and out of this by going like just straightening or bending one leg, right? So here, bent, boom, boom, straight leg. Okay? And from here, the straight leg, we can like come across, right? And use our threads and stuff. And like as we come across, we can hook our leg like so. This leg can come across like this, and we can hook our foot underneath. And all this is going to do is going to be like setting us up for that cross foot position, right? So now my leg's like hooked underneath, and you see this is how we can like get into it, right? Just from there, here, like that. Okay, boom, hook position, right? One, hook, hook, hook. So there's a lot of different things we can do, right? So from here, we can also come up. Turn. Boom, boom. And yeah, so just play around with those extra few things as well, and to ground moves would be sick. I'll give you a bonus thing you can do as well. So from here, it's like changing levels and stuff. So we can go like so we can come down like this. It's a good way to like change levels very slowly. So I do this quite a lot, also as a warm up as well, because it's like I can practice going here to here to here to here to here, boom, and then it's just like a good way to warm up before ground moves. So straight legs, bent legs, straighten one leg, straighten the other leg, boom, boom, maybe down, straighten this leg, come back down again, come up, then maybe it's like a robot or something, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we can use this kind of like to help us get down in a more controlled way, right? And also, yeah, what else I was going to show you from here? We can use like some extra lines and stuff. So, okay, this position doesn't look very good, but we have our lines like this, okay? Now, as we turn, we have these different lines as well. So that makes sense. This line comes up here, turn, and then we can like come down. So from the front, it would look like this. 1, 2, 1, or like turn. 1, turn, boom, 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 turn. Okay? And just being able to do that with your knees does make a big difference as well. So if we go like boom, boom, it adds some like something different, you know? So that's also part of a side glide. If we go like 1, 2, 3, we're going to be using that motion to like do a glide. So speaking of like glides and stuff on the ground, we can also drop this knee and this leg can come up like this. So we can use this to travel. I'll start off from over here and I'll travel over there using this method. Knee down, behind, up, down again, up. So we'll try to go the opposite direction. Not sure how good my balance is with this knee, but we'll try. Down, down, okay? And we've just like covered some distance like that. So we can use this also the knee thing. Like that. We can also slide on the knee like that too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like we can slide across. So work on that, guys. That's just a little bonus thing I wanted to teach you, and I hope that helps as well. Peace.